Welcome to Ames, Iowa. Today the South Dakota Coyotes are on the road as they take on number 24 Iowa State. Last week the Coyotes lost to New Mexico in a tight game. They did score a season-high 35 points, but they entered today's game last in the country in giving up points and total offense, over 500 yards of offense and over 50 points. We're going to have to see a much better defensive performance, but we will start with the football. You can see a couple of front seven players for Iowa State as there's a quick fumble right away on the first play of the game. Now we'll look at the impact players. For Iowa State, they have Brock Purdy, a future NFL quarterback. He leads a very good passing attack. We're going to see if our secondary can play better than they have so far this season. Throw outside, he's got Petway, and he picks up 2 for the first down. Last week we gave up 435 yards on the ground to New Mexico. We'll have to see what Iowa State's plan of attack is against our defense, as there's a good stop at the goal line. LaMichael Petway just shy. It'll be goal to go from the inches. Now Purdy, a lob in the back of the end zone. He's got Tariq Milton. It is the first points on the day. 4 for 4 start for Brock Purdy, 9 yards and 1 touchdown. This is a very good rushing defense for Iowa State as they get another negative play against our rushing attack. They have a lot of talent in their front seven. Like we said in the open, we did score a season-high 35 points last week against New Mexico. It wasn't enough, but we'll have to see if our offense can continue that success against a talented Iowa State team. But it'll be a 3-and-out on our second drive, and Iowa State will take back over. Good field position. They have the ball at around the 37-yard line. Quick throw outside. It's Petway once again. He's been the favorite target so far for Brock Purdy as he picks up 11 yards. Now they will look to set up the screen as it's Crony Jr. He's into the open field, cuts it back inside, and Rakeem Hood brings me down around the 8-yard lane, a 17-yard gain. Third down and goal from the 1. Purdy will keep it. He runs over a defender, and it is a touchdown. It was Jeremiah Glover, the undersized corner, who was run over there. Pierce Libby in the game at running back. We're going to try and get him more touches. He's been very effective so far this year. Probably our best running back. Third down and 7. Dump down to Wagner, and it'll be another stop. 3 straight drives and still no first downs for the Coyotes. The Coyotes will bring a blitz on first down and 10. Dump down to the flats to the running back. He's got room to run. Breaks Rakeem Hood's tackle and steps out of bounds at the 11-yard line, a 26-yard gain. Now it is second down and 1. Throw outside, and Tariq Milton's got another touchdown. 21 quick points for Iowa State, as it only took them around 6 minutes, closer to 5 minutes, to score 3 times. Now J.R. Miller throws down the middle. It's Deion Gilbert, a perfect throw in tight coverage. And now first down and 10. Libby breaks a couple tackles. Looks like that would have been a big negative play. After those first 3 drives, Jack Sternberg is replaced by Devin Martin at center, so I'm going to definitely keep an eye on. Now it's Nate Wendt on third down and 10. He's able to pick up 16 yards and move the chains. See if our rushing attack can pick it up. Libby once again, and he's got 5 yards. Offensive line had some trouble so far blocking. We'll see if that continues as they just run over our tackles, but Jalen Page is still able to pick up 7 yards. Now Trenton Klimper in on second down and 8, and immediate pressure. What a job by this defensive line. They definitely have some NFL talent on it. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Time to throw, and Delvonte Bell has it, but he's shy of the end zone and the first down marker. So it will be Malachi Peterson who comes on for the field goal attempt, and it's a short one, and it is good, and we get on the board in the final play of the first quarter. Now Brock Purdy will take back over. He'll give it back to his running back. Crony's got some room to run. He's into the open field. 1 man to beat. DeGene's there, but he breaks that tackle. Now Hood has a chance, but he's not fast enough, and it's a long rushing touchdown for Sheldon Crony Jr., and it's another quick score for Iowa State. We'll spread the field on first down and 10. It's Nate when he catches this one. He's got the first down. Good job there on the 14-yard reception. All right, let's see what our offense can do. And we go back to the ground game and nowhere to go as there's immediate pressure once again in the backfield. Great penetration from Iowa State's defensive line. There's a good game. Our passing attack is maybe the way we're going to have to go today, with the way our offensive line is blocking and run plays. Now it's Trenton Klemper. He's got 7 yards on a little dump down, and that'll move the sticks. See if our offense can continue their success, as it's a dump down to Richie Campbell, and he's got it for 4 yards, but it's not enough for the first down. And the offense will stay on the field inside of Iowa State territory. Quick throw to Avante Bell. He's got it for the first down. His second catch goes for 9 yards. Pierce Libby in the game as we go trips to the right, and immediate penetration once again. Our offensive line cannot block today when it comes to the running game. Now Miller will go to the air. He's got Deontay Knox. Nice move, and he will fall forward for a 19-yard gain. 2-back set now is Jared Miller still your quarterback, and he'll keep it. He's got some room to run up the middle. He's inside of the 5 and down at around the 3-yard line, a 15-yard gain. Now let's see if we can punch it in. Jalen Page, nowhere to go. He's going to lose a couple. A lot of negative runs so far today. 3 wide with Tate Wagner in at tight end. Back of the end zone, Deion Gilbert. He toe taps along the sideline, along the back of the end zone, and it's a 6-yard touchdown, so 10 points. Playing a lot better today against Power 5 competition than we did in our first 2 games against Oregon State and Oklahoma. Still down by 18 though, and our defense hasn't really been able to come up with a stop yet, as there's a first down for Brock Purdy, who powers his way over Bryson Williams. We'll go with the dime package on defense. Pressure gets there, and on 3rd down and inches, it is Bryson Williams in the backfield. And now Iowa State will try a long field goal, but a 48-yarder. Kick is away, and it sneaks in the left upright. It'll be back to a 3-score game, as it is 31-10 as we will head into halftime. Pretty good offensive half outside of the negative running plays, but we'll get right into the second half. If you didn't know already, today is a doubleheader, so we'll have 2 games today. We'll get 1 after this one. Try and make our way through this season a little bit quicker and get to a point where we can actually compete with some of these teams. Offense back on the field. There's Brock Peterson as he has an 11-yard reception. Trips to the left as it is Gilbert in the slot. Throw, and Deontay Knox has the first down, a 10-yard reception. So that will move the sticks and will stay 3 wide. Different look though. And it'll be a throw to Nate Went, who's brought down right after the catch as we are nearing 160 yards passing. 3rd down and 11. See if we can get a conversion here. Dump down. It's Richie Campbell who catches it, but is shy of the first down marker, so it'll be Malachi Peterson on once again to try the field goal. His kick is away, and it is good. He is 2 for 2 now on the day, as it's back to an 18-point lead. Brock Purdy will throw. He's got Tariq Milton. He tries to fight through a defender, but Toby Cota does bring him down, but it's still a 13-yard catch and run. 3rd down and 6. Trips to the right. They'll go draw play, and it's a perfect play call as it's Crony Jr. inside of Coyote territory, a 19-yard gain. Looks like South Dakota may be bringing a blitz here. They do, and Purdy just barely gets the pass away, but it will be a big gain for 15 yards, as it was Xavier Warren who finally brought him down. Now here's Purdy. He'll just keep it the whole way, and he's going to take it for 15 yards, and the touchdown, another score, the 5th touchdown on the day for Iowa State, and we'll have to see if our offense can answer back. We've done a good job of taking care of the football today. That's definitely been a big factor in some of our success. Only 13 points, but definite positive signs. 2nd down and 2. Here's Gilbert on the sweep outside as he's able to pick up 4 yards. So the chains will move once again, and now we'll go 4 wide with Tate Wagner, one of the split out wide receivers, and throw to the slant route for Nate Went, who has his 6th catch on the day. 6 catches, 65 yards for Went. As we'll now go play action, Miller will throw, and what a catch! Somehow escapes the diving safety, and Jared Miller's over 200 yards passing on a big play. Great job by Deontay Knox to really body and block out that defender who just was barely off knocking away that football. Now across the middle, great throw and catch. Our passing game is very efficient today, and they're looking very good. 3rd down and 4 though. Miller late pitch, Gilbert has it, and what a play, that's going to count as a pass. Weird play that results in a nice gain. So first down and goal, there's David Moen, the rarely seen fullback scores, and the senior gets his first touchdown on the season. Now Crony coming off a big run last time, he's got it for 8 yards and the first. We're into the fourth quarter now, let's see if we can pick up some more positive signs here today. Ross Bukowski, that's not a positive sign. He gets run over and it takes 3 Coyotes to finally bring down the running back. Iowa State sticking with their up-tempo attack as Crony breaks another tackle and is brought down by Jeremiah Glover, and that is a first down. Third down and 4. Purdy's going to keep it once again. Outside, Bukowski gets blocked, and Purdy will score from 13 yards out. A very good drive for Iowa State, really keeping their foot on the gas pedal. Third down and 2. Here's Jalen Page, and he picks up 6 yards, as maybe our running game will start to pick it up a little bit. Our passing game has been very good today. Now Miller will throw. He's got Deontay Knox across the middle as we near 250 yards passing on the day. We'll go 5 wide this time, as on first down and 10, maybe taking a shot downfield, and wide open, it's Delvonte Bell, but J.R. Miller misses him, and that's a big mistake. That would have been a touchdown. Second down and 10, outside, and it's intercepted by Young. J.R. Miller had done a great job of taking care of the football, just barely misses on the touchdown down the seam, and the next play is a turnover. Big missed opportunity there, as it'll be Milton on this reception, as across the middle he has it into South Dakota territory. First down and 10, maybe Iowa State will maybe start to run the clock a little bit, maybe and run the ball as well. Second down and 1, they'll go twin tight end. Purdy will pitches outside, he's got Crony, 2 Coyotes in pursuit, and it'll be Bukowski and another Coyote who do bring him down. Now tight end in motion, they'll go play action, and Purdy will throw outside. He's got Charlie Kolar, and it's a 14-yard reception. It's now goal to go for the Cyclones as they give up the middle. Rakeem Hood gets stiff-armed. Bukowski can't stop him before he will get into the end zone for the 52nd point on the day for Iowa State. But a big upset. South Dakota State picks up their second win, defeating number 19 ranked Missouri. That's definitely an interesting thing to see. We'll have to see how their transition goes. There's someone that's a little more up in the air. North Dakota State's going to be successful probably no matter where they go. And then North Dakota's in a similar position to us. Good throw along the sideline for 14 yards for Nate Wendt, as J.R. Miller will now closing in on 300 yards passing. On fourth down and 4, probably the last play of the game, Miller will end up shy of 300 yards. A good performance from him, though. He played very well. Our defense sort of let us down again. 5 total touchdowns for Brock Purdy. And we were extending drives today, and that really allowed us to have our defense off the field for a little bit. They still weren't super effective, but giving up 52 points compared to the 70 and 60 we're giving up to Oklahoma and Oregon State is definitely a positive sign. Our passing attack has been very effective so far these last couple of games. Definitely something to see, to really keep an eye on in the future. But it was probably more points than I really thought possible against a Power 5 team this year, scoring 20. Definitely not bad. And it was all across the board. There were career highs for our receivers and for J.R. Miller. Great performance from them. But now we move into some recruiting, as Matt Mann, a punter I wasn't super into, he goes to Louisville. But we did pick up 4 new commits. DeMarco Anderson, I'm not sure which safety spot he'll play, but he's a decent athlete and a good guy to get on campus for us. Now Noah Butler, 6'4", 295, great run blocker, has to improve in his pass blocking, but maybe a day 1 starter for us. Now Eric Sikowski, he's out of Nebraska, good size at 6'2", uncertain future if he'll be a corner. He's a little slow, or a safety, could definitely be a free safety as well as a corner. Then Jackson Harvey, one of my favorite players in this class. He's from Brookings, South Dakota. He's not the fastest guy, but really a jack of all trades. He can rush the passer, a little cover. Just wish he was a tiny bit faster. Now we see North Dakota State 4-0 on the season, and North Dakota drops to 0-4. But we move forward and take another road trip, this time to Utah, as we'll be taking on the BYU Cougars. This is a BYU team that has some talent, They are 2-3 on the season though, as their defense has struggled for them. They have a talented sophomore quarterback in Zach Wilson, and we'll have to see how we can answer back after the loss to Iowa State, but a game in which we played very well. Talented tailbacks for BYU. They have Tyson Williams who gets the catch there, and then the other one who we saw in the impact players. They'll go with a full house set as Zach Wilson will drop back on the play action throw outside. He makes the connection with Shumay. This is a BYU team that's been pretty disappointing so far, but their 3 losses do come to 3 teams that are currently ranked in the top 25. All day for Zach Wilson. He finds Tyson Williams on another catch. He breaks a couple of tackles and is down to the 20-yard line. So the chains will move and BYU will spread the field, and Wilson will be brought down. A big play in the backfield. It is Kreutzberg who comes up with the tackle for loss. Now a little bit of an option look, but it'll be a drop back, and there's the other running back right there on a reception of 9 yards. Tyson Williams, though, getting a lot of action early on. As 3rd down and 5, Wilson will go play action once again, throw outside. He's got Hefo, as it was a long pass, but it was completed nonetheless. Now 2 fullbacks in the game. They'll go power, and Williams runs over one and gets into the end zone. Bryson Williams wasn't able to bring him down, and it will be a touchdown for BYU to open today's ball game. We have a big time upset as number 4 Texas A&M loses to SMU, as that's A&M's first loss. A look at the impact players. J.R. Miller played very well last week, nearly 300 yards passing on 46 attempts. Our running game really struggled at times, though, not being able to block Iowa State's defenders, as there's a couple of runs where same problems are carrying over. We saw Jack Sternberg get benched last week for Devin Martin at center, and Martin will continue the start today, as there is a sack though, and it'll be a 3-and-out forced by BYU. Tyson Williams' South Carolina transferred to the outside. He picks up 9 yards on that run. Under center with a bunch set to the left, they'll go sweep to the right, as nice move there, breaking a tackle in at Sylvia on the tackle after a gain of 13 yards. 4 wide set once again, as BYU showing a lot of different formations today. Williams breaks a few tackles. He's still going, and he's gonna score. What a run for Tyson Williams. A 15-yard touchdown, broke a number of tackles, and just kept going. Maybe the best run we've seen so far, as now the backup quarterback Ethan Smith, he's a little more elusive than J.R. Miller, comes into the game, but will lose 3 yards there. 2nd down and 13, throw outside. It's Deontay Knox, who's just shy of the 1st down marker. We've seen our passing attack be very effective lately, and we may have to rely on that today if we're not able to block this defensive line on run plays. But there's a good run for J.R. Miller, as he's able to pick up 7 yards. 2nd down and 10. Here's Pierce Libby. He's probably been the best of our running backs, but no blocks up front, and that will force 3rd down and 14. Miller will go to the air, and the free rusher gets there. BYU brought the blitz, and it's a sack and a loss of 8, as Kenny Matson will come on for the punt attempt. Some room to run, it looks like, for Shumway, as he'll take it. Now he'll go back to his left, and still going. He breaks a couple tackles, breaks another. He's still on his feet, and another great play for BYU, as he's going to take it 69 yards for a nice touchdown. The Coyotes are struggling early on. Our offense isn't able to get anything going, and BYU making some big plays, as our offense only has 1 first down and -4 yards of total offense. Ethan Smith back in the game, as Pierce Libby will go backwards once again, this time a loss of 3, as we're now at -7 yards. J.R. Miller's back in the game. He'll go to the air. It's dropped by Gilbert, and another outstanding play by BYU. Not the way we wanted this game to go. And now BYU has a chance to extend their lead. Across the middle, he's got Hefo. He's inside of the 20-yard line, as BYU's in the red zone once again. A tight formation from BYU, as Wilson will throw outside. He's got Aliva Hefo for the 14-yard touchdown, and BYU is now 28-0, as Zach Wilson still does not have an incompletion. J.R. Miller, he throws outside, and this one's intercepted. Is it going to be another touchdown? It will. Yes, it will. A pick 6. BYU pouring it on, as our we're now down 35-0 still in the first quarter. Not the start we were looking for whatsoever. Definite positive signs last week, but those are not carrying over this week, as about as bad of a start as you could possibly imagine for South Dakota. BYU pulling out all the stops, all these amazing plays, as now it's Trenton Klemper on the run who's able to pick up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12, 4 wide set, Bell and Gilbert in the slot. Dumped down across the middle on a little angle route for Jalen Page, and he's able to secure the 1st down. We'll stay with the same formation as Pierce Libby enters the game. Across the middle, Delvonte Bell, good catch and throw in traffic as Bell's able to hang on to the pass. Seeing if maybe spreading out the field is the answer here, and the passing game is being very efficient on this drive as there's another 13-yard gain for Dion Gilbert. We'll bring Tate Wagner in at tight end, and the throw outside, great catch by Richie Campbell along the sideline as it'll now be goal to go. Campbell comes in motion, here's Libby, and there's the first touchdown on the day for the Coyotes. An excellent offensive drive and a great way to answer back. But we are still down by 4 scores. No pressure whatsoever on Wilson all day, don't punish him, and he's got 17 yards for Shumway. We'll bring a blitz on 3rd down and 4. Wilson off his back foot. He's got Tyson Williams, the running back, down the field. He makes Pedro Martell's miss, and he's down to the 21-yard line. A weird looking play there, but big gain nonetheless. Now Wilson will keep himself. He's a very talented runner as Jax Montgomery can't bring him down, and Wilson will get inside of the 5-yard line. Now 1st down and goal. Wilson to the outside. Ross Bukowski can't bring him down. BYU's 6th touchdown already, as we'll have to get our defense to do something. This game is just going to get worse and worse. Now pass on 3rd down and 6. Troy Warner knocks that one away. Throwing into double coverage, not a smart decision by J.R. Miller. Now Wilson, he's going to be sacked. There's a big play. Pedro Martell's, the backup defensive tackle, comes away with the sack. 2nd down and 12. Wilson moves in the pocket to his right. He'll throw back to his left. He's got Simon, and there's a 9-yard gain as it was Jax Montgomery in coverage. Now 3 down linemen on 3rd down and 3, setting up the screen pass. Here's Tyson Williams. He's dangerous in the open field, and he's inside of Coyote territory after a 15-yard gain. 2 minutes left in the first half. Wilson goes play action, pass outside. Another broken tackle, but Bryson Williams does bring him down, but it's still a 17-yard gain. Now they'll go empty, and offensive lineman split out wide. They're going to throw it his way, and it's going to be an 11-yard reception as just everything is going the way of BYU so far. Now it's Katoa, and he's into the end zone, a 7-yard touchdown. It is a season high in terms of points given up by South Dakota in the first half, as it is 49-7 entering halftime. Not what we're looking for. A good game last week, as we were only outgained by 51 yards, and that's not the story this week. 0 rushing yards for us and 49 points for BYU. A touchdown on defense and special teams definitely helping them out, but there's a great throw, tight window, as Dion Gilbert comes away with the 25-yard reception as South Dakota is now in BYU territory. Now a quick throw outside. He's got Nate Went for 8 yards, as that may be our only real option today is our passing game. Our running game is not able to get anything going. Now throw, great throw once again. We're really hitting in these tight windows as there's an 11-yard reception. Now 2nd down and 8. Throw across the middle. He's got Nate Went once again and going with an airing it out style here. But it'll be 1st down and 10. Now we'll run a little option, and it is the right tackle blown up there, and it's a loss of 3 as J.R. Miller does go down. It was Dylan Huggins who was blown up there, and Ethan Smith will enter the game as he's able to pick up 9 yards there. A good run on the read option. We'll have to see if J.R. Miller is able to come back today. If not, it will be the senior quarterback who will take over. Now Smith throws. He's got Delvonte Bell. A 7-yard touchdown. Good end to the drive there for Ethan Smith. A good run and then a good pass. He's 1 for 1 for 7 yards and a touchdown. Tyson Williams on the sweep outside. He picks up the first. Staying with this option look as they will go that way, but there's a great play by Sylvia Widenar. The tackle for loss and a loss of 2 as we're able to force our first punt on the day. Smith still in the game. He'll throw. He's got Nate Went. We've seen Ethan Smith and Ezekiel Wood play so far this year. Both weren't really very good, but Smith looking a lot better today in relief. Now a dump down to Jalen Page. He's got a ton of room to run as he picks up a good gain inside of Cougar territory. See if our offense can get another touchdown here and really add some more positives. But there's an interception by the defensive lineman. When things start to look like they're going our way, there's a big return for a defensive lineman, a defensive tackle in fact, who drops into coverage, makes an athletic play, and just not what we wanted to see on what was looking like a very promising drive. Throw outside. Once again, definitely been the #1 target is Hefo. 3rd down and 1. Zach Wilson didn't have an incompletion in the first half. Still doesn't have one now, as there's another touchdown for BYU. It'll be 56-14 as we enter the 4th quarter. Our defense is not able to do anything so far today in terms of stopping, only forcing 1 punt so far. There's Ethan Smith though. He's elusive in the open field. He's not a super great athlete. Very similar to J.R. Miller in terms of athleticism. Now read option, 3rd down and 3. It's going to be a loss of 2 or 3. As we'll have to see if the offense stays on the field. They won't, and we'll punt it away. And BYU has a chance for another touchdown or more points on the board, in fact. As a missed sack there, and it'll be a big passing play, a missed opportunity for a negative play. Now Wilson, weird play there, as there's his first incompletion on what looked to really just be a broken play. He's now 21 for 22. Took all the way halfway into the 4th quarter for the first incompletion for Zach Wilson, and there's another big pass play. Now 1st down and goal. We're nearing the end of today's game as another touchdown for BYU. They are 9th on the day. It's now 63-14, and we're under 30 seconds left. Just trying to get out of here now. No more injuries, no more anything like that. As obviously J.R. Miller was not able to return. He might have been able to come back, but just didn't want to risk it being down by so much. Zach Wilson ends with only 2 incompletions, and our tackling got better as the game went on, but was still a big problem, and our defense wasn't really able to do much. Ethan Smith was a nice bright spot in relief. He did a good job running the ball. We may have to see him play a little more in certain packages running the option, as I could definitely find him a spot in the offense in that role. But BYU converted on 3rd downs, pretty much all of them. I don't know if we only stopped them, I think, on 1 3rd down all day. They put up a ton of yards, especially through the air. Our rushing defense has been the major concern, but today it was definitely the passing defense. We are now 1-5, and we will be returning to Vermilion, as we'll have a couple of recruits visiting, as we'll be taking on 3-2 Bowling Green. They're led at quarterback by Darius Wade, a Boston College transfer. But we'll get a look at a big upset. #1 Clemson goes down, and #4 Texas A&M goes down, as that's a big shakeup in the top 25 and the top 5. A look at their roster now. They're not a super talented team in the MAC, but they definitely have more talent than us. They have some nice skill position players. Their starting running back, Andrew Clare, has been out for a little while, but he is probable and will most likely play. You can see Darius Wade, he's a good athlete. Not very efficient in terms of passing, but 371 yards on the ground. Their backup, Denley's been very efficient and very effective in relief for Claire. But they'll have both of them back, and it should be a very interesting game. See if we can stop their ground game. We'll look at our season statistics now. Is 163 yards for Jalen Page and 152 for Pierce Libby. He's down to 4.1 yards per carry after the last 2 weeks. Deion Gilbert and Deontay Knox have definitely been our best 2 receivers. Nate Went his hands have gotten better in recent weeks, and he's been efficient in those little underneath routes and the short type of passes. 4 sacks as a team and 2 interceptions, but some definite good news. We pick up 2 new commits. LaDorian McCray, a 6-foot safety from South Dakota. He might be a hybrid between a safety and a linebacker. We'll have to see where he fits best. Then another player out of South Dakota, 5'10", Phoenix McDonald. I'm a big fan of him strictly for one reason. He's got some speed. He could be a downfield threat for us. But now we see some of the players who will be visiting. Some big players here: Bo Weaver, Dontavius Knight, Cordell Hicks, and Cooper Price. some of the top players on my board. One thing to definitely mention with Phoenix McDonald is he's got to prove all around as a receiver. You can see North Dakota State stays undefeated 5-0 as they're just running through the Power 5 teams. South Dakota State not able to pull off the top 25 upset this week as they do lose to Arizona by 17, and North Dakota was blown out by Wisconsin. So we have a couple of coach upgrades, but that's pretty much it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the doubleheader. I think we may have a couple more of these, really try and get through this first season and hopefully get this team a little more competitive. But if you did enjoy today's video and the 2 games in one video, please leave a like down below, leave your comments on the doubleheader and the games as a whole as well. But like I said, I hope you did enjoy. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you next time as we take on Bowling Green and potentially another team, but I'll see you next time.